Well, we have a question here, question 9. Well, the question says a 340 milliliter can with height 8 centimeter and radius r centimeter is shown below. And then 9.1 says determine the height of the can in terms of the radius. I'm gonna write here question 9. 9.1. The question says determine the height of the cane in terms of r. In other words, we're working h of r. Okay, the variable must be r. Now, what do we know from the question? Excuse me. This is a cane has a shape of a cylinder, okay, and the area of a cylinder is given by actually the volume of the cylinder is given by the volume of the cylinder is given by pi r squared h. Okay, and then because over here the volume is 340, we can substitute them by 340. It's value 340 milliliters, and then this is 340 pi r squared h. And then if I need to find h, I can just divide both sides by 340, and this will be divide each by pi r squared. I mean pi r squared, and then this is like 340 over pi r squared equal to h. That's h. Okay, and then I can just write h of r is equal to 340 over pi r squared. So that the volume of that's actually the height of the cane in terms of r. Now the following question says the following question here says that calculate the length of the radius of the cane in centimeter if the surface area is to be a minimum. All right, I'm gonna write the question over here. 9/2. Basically, we're looking for the length of the radius, so we can just say the radius if the surface area is the minimum. Now, the surface area of a cane of a cylinder, because the cane has the shape of a cylinder, is given by 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h. Okay. Now, then we can see that we have like two variables here, r and h. Now we can, in the previous question, we did express h in terms of r, so we can still substitute h by its value. So the area here, the surface area will be 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r h, which is 340 over pi r squared. Okay. And then let's simplify. The area will be 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi r. Okay, over here we can simplify this way. We can just cross one r with the other r, and then pi, and then this will be then this will become then 640. 640, actually 680. 680 over r. That's the newer surface area in terms of r. Now, to calculate now, to find the minimum is when we're going to differentiate this function, and then we're going to set the derivative equal to 0, because this is a in terms of r. In terms of r, that's my r. Let me write it this way. I'm gonna rewrite it now. It's gonna be like a r. Okay, now we're going to differentiate this function, and then this will become, if I move my board over here, so we're gonna set a prime equal to 0, because a prime of r will be 4 pi r. Okay, even before I do that, let's first rewrite the function AR. This will be 2 pi r squared plus 680 times r to the -1, okay? And then we can differentiate, because we talk about the minimum, meaning we're going to do the function, the derivative of the function equal to 0. So we're going to do like f of the formula is this: f prime of x must be 0. Now over here, I'm gonna do a prime of r equal to 0. Now a prime of r will be 4 pi r plus, not plus, but minus 680 r to the negative 2. Okay, and then this must be set equal to 0. But if I move the 640 r to the negative 2 over, this will be 4 pi r equal to 680 r to the negative 2. Okay, remember, it's this sign that changed, but not the sign of the exponents. Okay, the sign of the exponents will remain the same. I just move this part on the other side of the equal sign. Now I can write it like okay, what's first? Okay, I can write it like 4 pi r equal to 680 over r squared. Okay, now we can cross multiply here because over here it's just a denominator of 1. It's just a denominator of 1, so we can cross multiply. We can just do this times that and that times that. So this will be then 4 pi r cube equal to 680, okay, times 1. Now if I need to find r cube, it's when I will divide both sides by 4 pi. I divide by 4 pi here. I divide also by 4 pi there. Now I'm left with r cube equal to first of all 640 divided by 4. This I'm gonna do 680. I don't know why I'm saying 640. 680 divided by 4. This is equal to 170. So this is like 170 pi. That at r cube. Therefore, the length then we can just move it a little bit up there. If I need to find r, I am going to cube root. Okay, r will be the cube root of 170 over pi, and then r will be equal to the cube root. So we're going to do we press shift over here, and then the radical sign, that the cube root. So we can write 170 over pi. So pi is there. Pi is here by this button. So we press again shift, and then we hit this button, we got pi, and then equal. This is equal to 3.78, blah blah blah. Now, because we're going to stop, okay, when I don't say anything, we must stop at the second decimal value. But now to do that, we look at the third decimal value. If it is less than 5, then we will just ignore all the digits that comes after the second decimal value. If it is 5 or more, then we're going to increase the second decimal number by 1 unit. In this case, the third decimal value is just 2. It is less than 5, so we will ignore all these digits. So r will be 3.78. 3.78. R is the length, so expressed in centimeters. That's R. Thank you.